Hi, hello and welcome. Welcome back to another Onkruid video. Welcome back to another Ironclad Ascension 11 attempt. I've had a little bit of a break from Slay the Spire. Maybe that is exactly what we need to finally win a run. I will start off with removing a card from my deck for a change, and I will remove a regular old strike. Loses some offense right at the start. We still have our defensive capacities in our deck. This is weird. Why is this entire part of the page empty? I don't see that often, I think. Let's focus on some early combat into an early elite if we can. I think I enjoy this path with some question marks intertwined with some regular combat. A lot of regular combat there is. What you might be noticing immediately is that I'm sounding a bit nasal. I just came back from a festival, from a music festival, where I spent a couple of days, 4 days in total. Some of those days were spent in the rain, in the pouring rain, outside. How much? So an upgrade adds 4 damage to it. That's not really worth it for 2, I think. Right? Because it's not like upgrading it in combat will make it better for the long run. You know we love a shrug it off here on the Onkruid channel. Considering we spent so much time in the rain, so much time outside with such a little amount, a small amount, a tiny amount of sleep, it's not really that crazy to think that both me and probably a lot of other people coming home from that festival are sick or ill. And not sick with it necessarily. Maybe they're also a bit sick with it, you know, if they got that kickflip really down to really down, you know, if they really know how to kickflip. Some people might call that sick with it. Maybe they skate in a goofy stance, but they still acquire a whole lot of speed to win death races, huh? Because that happens in real life too, right? Am I right, guys? I think a lot of people will have been sick, and that was further evidenced by the amount of coughing that was hearable this last day and these last couple of days, to be honest. From a lot of tents, you were able to hear people just genuinely bursting out their lungs, or coming close to it at least. People were really struggling to stay healthy, struggling to stay afloat. I think I would rather just kill one, even though it means that we're going to take quite a large hit, because we're very vulnerable now, but I need to finish this fight sooner or later. And this guy should be dead next turn. Right, he absolutely is. Our HP is not that high. I think I would like a whirlwind, to be honest. It helps us with the AoE fights, or the fights where we need AoE. It's 35, we have a regen potion. I would dare to get into this elite fight. I will drink my regen potion. I will pop an iron wave. I will pop a defend, and I will pop a strike. I might want to diversify my damaging abilities among them a little bit, or like change up my targets because of this, because of the AoE prowess of Whirlwind. Is it worth popping it right here, or are we better off shrugging it off and playing a defend and a strike? I think I'm more inclined to do this, to be honest. Even though I just talked about how that Whirlwind AoE was gonna help us, I think we really need to pop some defensive abilities, because otherwise we will just die. Give me a strike. That's okay. That's okay. 10 damage to all of them. I will gladly take that. Still healing from the regen potion, but in the end we're definitely gonna have... We're gonna be down more than we are up. We're gonna have taken more damage. That's for sure, without a doubt, gonna happen. But I'm quite satisfied with my focus on defensive abilities here. What did I enjoy most about the festival? The music, but specific bands. The Haunted Youth was amazing. A Belgian band, right from the home country right here, so maybe not a lot of people know about them. Romy was amazing. One of the lead singers, the female member of the XX. Oh yeah, that's nice. She has her solo project as well, where she makes very positive, energetic, feel-good music, focused also on gender questions, gender identity, focused on loving yourself. focused on empowering the queer community, which I can only stand behind. I will not buy a potion. I will not fight the spicy elite, and I would rather not fight these guys either, but hey, what are you gonna do about it, right? Lander and Adriaan were also amazing. Two Belgian fellas again. Two Belgian fellas really putting an awesome spin on live jazz performance. One guy on keys, one guy on drums, and just a very, very nice mix of... I don't think I want any of these. A very nice mix of different genres. A mix of electronic music, a mix of including samples. Start to return, upgrade the random card in your hand for the rest of combat. That's quite strong. How close are we to a shop? Quite close. Yeah, I'll do it. And I'll remove pain as soon as possible, which is going to the right here and hopefully surviving against this guy. Upgraded bash is gonna help us out with that. 13 damages. No joke though, maybe I should have played the shrug it off there. We need to kill him, right? Does this help? Deal 7 damage for each card exhausted. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 7 is 35, so that's already enough, but he is vulnerable as well, so this will definitely be enough. While the pain still proc, that sucks. But that is all fine. I think I would like a metallicize just to gain a little bit more. I was gonna say we need to draw our whirlwind to survive here, but I'm afraid that it will still not be enough potentially. Let's see though if we draw it. So that exhausts cards and it doesn't draw new ones. Huh? I feel like that's a mistake we made like 1 run ago, maybe 2 runs ago. Here on the Onkruid channel, we definitely learn from our mistakes. We definitely do, as you can see right there. Fred again was also very, very nice. Mark Rebier was nice. Rise Against was surprisingly nice. They used to be my favorite band back when I was a whole lot younger. But I kind of not got tired of them, but I was less into them in the later part of my life. The more teenage, puberty, those kinds of years, those types of years. 27, so that's exactly enough. I suck at calculating, but at least it was enough. Are we doing this again? Yeah, we're doing that again. Padara, do it again. They really surprised me, and I surprised myself a little bit by how many of the lyrics were still fresh in my mind. I used to know songs like Hero of War and Savior by heart, and I still did. I even knew some of the lyrics of things like Re-Education Through Labor, or The Good Left Undone, or Ready to Fall, or Make It Stop. I knew a lot, actually, still, and I was quite satisfied with myself, quite proud of myself. I don't think I want any of these. I'm looking for Wild Strike, I'm looking for Kartra. I think those are the main elements we are searching for to make this work. What else did I see? I saw Fontaine's DC. I enjoyed them, but I must say it's not a band where I'm like, oh, I definitely need to see them again as quickly as possible. Ooh. I think I will go for the rare card. There's just so much that I saw that I will probably already have forgotten about some things. Yesterday, we finished off our run of the festival. That is not like something Slay the Spire related or game related, with Salute, an amazing DJ that brings positive vibes to the dance floor all the time. And that was just, yes, sure. And that was just absolutely lovely. Immaculate vibes as always. And it was a perfect finisher to the festival. Otherwise it would have been Royal Blood, which, I mean, okay, yeah, sure, but nah, not really. I'm so tired of listening to that band. Not that I've heard them perform that often, but just, yeah, no. You know? It's not my cup of tea. I find them quite boring, quite repetitive. That's very helpful. I was gonna say we're probably dead right now, but the stars aligned for us. I will throw this potion just to get rid of that other guy as well. Give me a lot of days again. Thank you so much. Shuriken is lovely. Shuriken is quite lovely, to be honest. I will rest. I don't want to immediately throw this run away. I don't want to swing life away, though. Little Rise Against lyric there from the song Swing Life Away. I was thinking about whether it was from Satellite for a second, but no, the song is just called Swing Life Away. Okay, Toxic Egg, nice to get early. Let's go for some combat to actually add cards to our deck. Can we afford this? We have 2 blocks. Yeah, let's go for it. Might be stupid as hell, especially because of the weakness, but hey. What you gonna do about it, right? Let's regain some strength from the Shuriken. I think what we're focusing on is card draw, is extra attacks that don't cost too much. Wow, Jesus Christ. Extra attacks that don't cost too much. This is also nice though. Let's go for the little flame barrier. Try and get this Shuriken going maybe, if we can. This guy hits like a fucking truck, and we're dead, right? Unless we can make him split, which we can. Is this worth more, or is dealing 10 damage to him when he splits worth more? I think it's worth more right now. If you disagree with that, please let me know in the comments, and also let me know why. I cannot berserk because I will for sure just pass away into the afterlife. And in general, apart from the music, like just being there with my friends. And the amount of enjoyment we got out of being there together was insane, was actually amazing. I'll go for another fire breathing, I guess. Yeah, we're dead, by the way. Okay, that's nice, I guess. We can't pop this because we will die, or do we have to pop this and hope for a Hail Mary? We might have to. At least his attacks at the start are not too strong, right? So we can bash to this, and we gain another strength from it. 7. Okay. We have +4 +3, 23 health right now. 21 plus is 28, so we are still just dead, I think. I don't even need to think about it. I mean, I just see it. And it is clearly evidenced right here in this Slay the Spire gameplay that I was quite wrong about the break being enough to kind of reset, being the reset I needed. I still suck harder than a vacuum cleaner at this shit, man. I'm still being absolutely smacked around like it's none of my business. Just, yeah, don't remove the curse at all. I guess I deserve it if I do shit like that. It was like, it had been 5 years since we were together there with my friends. And it still felt as nice as ever. Preserved insect early is very nice. Let's try another body slam build, right? Let's go for some question marks. We had great success with it already. Okay, that helps out a lot with the body slam build. The friend group is not the same as it was. I mean, Harry Styles has something to say about that, but we still just, or I at least, really enjoyed myself. I was a little bit afraid that the friend group had become a bit awkward and that people would be like, what's happening here, and that they wouldn't get along too well. But I feel like some bonds that had been almost broken, not necessarily completely broken, were restored a little bit. Not completely yet. I don't want to create illusions for myself. It wasn't as easy for everybody to get along, I think, as it was back in the early days, 5 years ago when we met together for the festival. But I feel like a lot of people, and definitely myself included, really enjoyed themselves. We're probably not even close to be able to kill him, so he just stole a lot of my gold. And I was gonna ask, do we get a card reward from it? And I guess we do. Sure. I think our first order of business is upgrading our body slam. That's not really worth it then, but okay. I guess we will pop our defense. I'm already missing it a little bit as well. I'm already missing the festival, even though we only came home today. The one thing I am not missing is the tiny amount of sleep that we actually got on the festival. I think sleeping in my own bed tonight is gonna be a godsend. It's gonna be an amazing gift that I'm gonna enjoy to the fullest. But that's not like the fact that I needed that sleep is not enough of a reason for me to really be like, oh yeah, I don't want to go to the festival anymore. I'm already looking forward to going back next year, and I hope I can convince my friends to do the same or to do it with me, because I heard some people talking. It had been discussed that it would be the last year because they were getting too old and they were so tired and blah blah blah. A whole bunch of pussy shit and pansy attitudes, making me feel lonely in advance when I'm sitting there next year alone at the festival. I think I would do it. I think I rediscovered something that I have known to be true for a whole... I'm going for a block build, right? For a long part of my life. And it is that music is of unspeakable importance to me. It is that music really is what keeps me going. Really is what gets me through days, gets me through my life. Yeah, it's really what I need in order to survive, to strive, to be happy, to feel okay. I will drink it to make use of vulnerability and make sure this guy doesn't deal too much damage to us anymore. This hand sucks. And I've known it for a long time. As I said, I know that music has this very important part in my life. But this entire weekend of festival enjoyment really emphasized it yet again. Emphasized it to the extent that I realized also that I'm working a lot on... Why, this sucks. On this YouTube, I'm working a little bit on writing some poems in Dutch, so you guys might not be interested in that. Give me another body slam. And then give me... Offering in my starting hand, I think. That apart from those creative endeavors I embark upon, I also really need to get back into like creating music. I am being my own worst enemy again, in a sense of thinking that it has to be perfect and that it's never going to be perfect, that I'm not actually going to be able to create something nice enough to really warrant its creation even. And if that sounds extremely self-critical, that's because it is. That's because the imposter syndrome is speaking right there, but it is greatly impeding me. Impeding me in a sense of making me unable to even start with my music creation adventure again. I was talking about it with a very dear friend of me today. And she made the remark of like, yeah, okay, I realized that, or I understand what you're saying about like how it's so overwhelming, the amount of information there is regarding the DAW I'm using regarding Reason 5 and how that can make it so that I don't want to... I regen first, right? Yes! And I gain 3 block. That I don't want to get into it because it just seems like such an impossible task to really learn it and get into it, but that I should just make the time and start. And it made me realize that I should literally make the time. In the sense of actually booking a day in my agenda to learn how Reason actually works. That's what I did. I planned it in my agenda. I'm gonna try and make work of it. I'm gonna try and actually do it. And I'm gonna try and do a Slay the Spire run that goes a little bit further than the first boss, but I can't promise anything there as well. What deck type have we not tried yet in the recent videos? Because this sucks ass, man. This sucks ass. Give me a relic from the start. Okay, question mark rooms. Where do we have a lot of them? I see 2 right here on this path. And then, oh yeah, we're in the money right here. Okay, let's focus on the question mark rooms, huh? And let's see what relics we get from that and base our deck on that. So, expect, hopefully, if I adhere to my own advice that I've given myself. Expect some more music on the Onkruid channel in the near future. If I get over myself, if I get over my perfectionism. Let's go for... I really don't want any of them, but I guess I could try to go for the card I picked, which is Blood for Blood. But I don't necessarily want to lose that much HP during combat. And I want to get creative with it, you know? I want to... Oh, this sucks. Please, let me kill him. Just let me kill him. I need 2 strikes. That's okay. I want to... Excuse me. I'm gonna do it again. Do it again. Maybe I'm not. I think I'm fine. I want to break free. I want to break free. Okay, stop with the brain rot for a second and say what you want to say. I want to sample. I want to sample things from real life. I want to maybe include some vocals. I want to learn how to create different genres. I want to do so much in terms of music, and I think the fact that I want to do so much is stopping me from doing anything. I'll go for a Carnage, why not? Stopping me from doing anything because it's so daunting. It's like a very large mountain of things that I want to try, things that I want to do. And the climb seems so steep that I just stay at the bottom. And I'm looking up like, yeah, this is never gonna work, right? I'm never gonna be able to make the time to learn all of this. I'm never gonna be a good content creator or music content creator. But it's ass. It's ass that I'm telling myself that, because it stops me from achieving my dreams, if that makes any sense, you know? And I should just get over myself. Get over myself and just do it. Shia LaBeouf had some tricks up his sleeve, but you shouldn't underestimate him, you know? He's actually, he's right on the money, I think. Was that back to back chests? One because of the relic, of course, but I will not look a gift horse in the mount. That's awesome. Pen, we have Shuriken, we have Nunchaku. There's something going on here. You know, there's something happening in this deck, and I find it quite sexy. I'll say it. I find it quite appeasing, appealing, and fun. Now, all I need to do is not die before I'm actually able to use this deck to its fullest extent. I think I want some low-cost attacks that deal a bunch of damage. I'll do it once. I'll do it twice. 3 times! I hate everything. Okay. We threw the run away, probably. But you need to have some fun in life too, you know? I will drink the ritual potion, because otherwise we will just be dead, definitely. And this way we will be dead, probably. Which is, I think, a little bit better. At least we start off with the dexterity, right? I'm gonna sneeze again. I promised you. I told you. Nine and 7 is not enough. Do I want to draw cards? And if so, what do I want to draw? A Wild Strike. A Wild Strike will deal 13. 13 and 7 is still not enough. Wild Strike, Strike is enough. I think it's worth it. This is gonna hurt like a truck though, isn't it? Ow. Okay, so we need to play some blocks here, because one hit will kill us. I was almost gonna shit my pants because we did not get any block, but at least we got some. We are dead, aren't we? That just sucks. Because that run had some potential. Should have played more blocks, I guess. This is gonna be the Slay the Spider episode with the most separate runs you have ever seen. Elite Path spotted. Elite Path taken. I want to do it, but I think it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a battle with myself. And I think I have to receive some support from you guys. Okay. Need some support from you guys in the sense of, if you enjoy the music I put up, let me know. If you have tips for me, let me know. If you know some nice samples, let me know. If you have anything to say at all about those musical endeavors, let me know. You know? Because I really, really would love to explore that side of my creativity a little bit. Most of my creativity is explored on the verbal side. It's explored on the verbal side, in this YouTube channel, in the poems. I guess in my work in my job as a therapist as well. Because I use a lot of creativity there to help out my clients, or I try to at least help out my clients, you know, by telling them to go for a walk and have some light exercise and then having them pay me 70 euros. All jokes aside though, this just kills them, so I can use my pummel on the next one, double it and give it to the next person. I think creativity in a musical sense is going to be a nice addition to that skill set, but I don't want it to become something that I need to develop a skill in. You want to hear me blow my nose? Oh yeah, that's nice, isn't it? Some ASMR right there. And then nasalness is coming up, I can feel it. Just say Geronimo. I'm just brain rotting it up today, which is understandable because again, 4 days of dancing, screaming, shouting, letting it all out, and almost no sleep to recharge from any of it. It makes a lot of sense that I am feeling like this, in my opinion at least. We're focused on, we're heavily AoE built today, and yeah, okay, that seems about right. We're quite AoE built today. Boo! Single enemy. Deal with it. My brain needs some time to recharge, to get alive again, and I think this is the perfect, this is the perfect opportunity for me to do it, you know? I'm gonna remove a regular old strike from my deck, because we have added a lot of other attacks already. Single enemy again. Would have loved to draw my bludgeon there. I hope to draw it in the next turn, because I would like to pop it with a vulnerability. Boom. Lovely. And I know it's kind of ass backwards. I know you're thinking, if your brain needs to rest, recording YouTube videos is not going to be the right approach. And to that I say, a big fat fuck you right there, you know, because I do what I want. And I guess if you're here still at this point of the video, you enjoy what I do. So thank you. Thank you for being here. It means a lot to me. I think I say that often, but maybe still not often enough on the Onkruid channel. I really, really appreciate every single view I get and every single person that is here watching my videos. You guys mean the world to me. I think I needed to do that there because I think we need to finish this fight rather quickly, because otherwise we will just die. This is what I actually wanted to draw as well. I should be able to kill this guy now, even though he's gonna unleash his giant attack. A bludgeon will finish the job off for sure. An iron wave. Our deck it consists of shit at this point in time, but we have a fairy in a bottle, we have apotheosis, and we drew it at the start, so that helps. I think I would rather apply the vulnerability to deal more damage the next turn as well than just hit him with one single bludgeon. More vulnerability, 11 damage, 9 damage, so that's the highest amount of damage we can deal. He's doing 12. I will defend at least once, but I think killing him quickly is a rather good defense strategy. I would like to apply the vulnerability. I want to deal this. I want to do that because it deals a whole lot of damage, and I will block once again to block his damage entirely. What was the worst thing I saw at Pukkelpop? Pukkelpop is the festival I went to, by the way. I saw a little bit of the offspring, and I'm glad I only saw a little bit of it and then decided to go and get my sweater from the campsite, because man oh man, was I cringing. They were just yapping. They were just yapping it up. I did not really enjoy that. Let's go for brutality. Well, yes, absolutely. Of course. That's actually a beautiful relic to get. Fusion Hammer, right there. Because we're, of course, not focused on upgrading anymore. Considering the fact that we upgrade every card in our deck. Preferably at the start of the run. Or at the start of combat, rather. But it's not always going to work out like that. Wanted to interrupt this guy because he was going to deal 6 damage to him. But to us, but I guess that they are now going to deal a lot more damage to us. 21. You're an absolute piece of shit. But I guess it is still worth it, probably. I just strike it up, and I will brutality. In the hope that the extra card draw allows us to finish off a lot of these enemies now in the next turn. Spoiler alert, it did not. And now, I think, looking for the card that is like, hey, when you lose HP from a card, you gain strength. I think that might be beneficial. And then, if possible, focusing a little bit more on cards that cost us HP. I love an upgraded spot weakness as well. I think it's a good card that I often underestimate. We don't actually need any of these. What do I want to upgrade? I think brutality. Do I need to make it innate? I might want to make it innate, considering that it might help us draw our apotheosis a little bit quicker if we don't draw it next turn still. At least we have enlarged the chances of doing so. Apotheosis, spot weakness, apply weakness or vulnerability, I guess better. Ah, right, he has artifacts, of course. Bit of a miscalc. 46 damage, that's enough. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Not really using this, not really using this. That's exactly what I'm looking for, those kinds of cards. No apotheosis, I cry. Will I make myself vulnerable? I think I will, just because of getting rid of one enemy is quite valuable. Deals a lot of damage though. 14 block. Give me some strength. Give me a wild strike. Give me this and give me this as well. That at least deals a nice hefty sum of damage. Should have used my cleave there because I do believe that deals more damage than a regular strike does. I'm okay with that. I wanted to get those defense out there. Apart from the music thing, I'm just wondering what to do with the Onkruid channel as well. I enjoy creating this. I enjoy rambling to you guys. I enjoy playing games for you to watch if you want to watch that. For sure. But I think there might be some more meaning to be derived from this shit, you know? If I make some different content, I think I can make it more worthwhile for me. And I'm doing that, in my opinion, already when creating things like the Gift of Therapy series on the book by Irvin Yalom. It's getting a little bit dark here right now. The nighttime is settling in. I think that's already a beautiful example of trying to add value to other people's lives and in the process adding value to my own. Don't want any of these. And I think I need to invest into that further. Further by further continuing that series and by making more like that. I was also thinking about creating content related to my poems in Dutch, which will not be for the English audience then, but I might still derive a lot of fulfillment from that in sharing my art in different forms and just rambling. I think YouTube can be an art form, but I think the content I create right now is not necessarily focused on that art too much. Do I want an infernal blade? I think I do. I love that card. Especially since if it would get upgraded all the time. Remove a regular strike for me. The English is not coming out, and I'm forgiving myself for it. You can be mad about it. I wouldn't put it past you, but I'm not gonna even fuss about it, you know. At least I have the balls to press record even on a day like this. Now, I hear what you're thinking, bro, homie. It's all about having balls. It's about having the common sense to know that today is not a day to record and to just sit back, relax, and be in your sofa for a while instead of tormenting yourself and us in the process. But to that I say, fuck you, you know? Huh? What about that? I know it's a little bit edgy, and I think I might be a little bit on the edgy side sometimes, you know? I like to live my life dangerously. It's not true at all. None of this makes me take damage, so I sleep. Always go for a chest on the wrist, on the right, rather. That's nice. Oh, yeah, just pop every card in your deck and then apply the vulnerability. How about that? We keep on making mistakes like that, and I guess it's part of the process. It's part of the process of playing Slay the Spire, of course. 15 is more than 13. He's dead already. So I should not have popped that potion at all, probably. Yes, okay. I mean, we're getting somewhere, but we're missing that one vital part, of course. And some healing would also be nice. Ooh, Reaper. Reaper is something I would really, really enjoy in this run. Combust it up. Bash it up. Strike it up. I have 14 block right now, so you can hit me all you want. I still have that block potion. No spot weakness to be popped here. That really, really sucks. Beautiful. Still not attacking, so just die. Alright. Distilled Chaos is nice. Another combust. Can we afford that? We like to live life on the edge. I wanted to smith for some reason because I'm playing on autopilot, which is really bad because we have a run on our hands that has some potential. Hand of Greed is nice, but it costs 2. If it's upgraded, it still costs 2. 25 damage for 2 is not bad, but we already have our Bludgeon as a high damage killing piece. Bloodletting fits into our deck quite nicely, or into the deck we're trying to create quite nicely is maybe a better way of wording it. We want to remove anything. Let's remove another strike. We're trying to make our deck nice and thin, which is not how I like my girls. Give me my block. He's dealing a lot of damage, and we are eating just a fat showed because we don't really have any opportunities to do anything about it. And I think the same applies here. But at least our Kuna is popping off, right? At least we have dexterity now, right? Yeah, okay. You're dead. Heart of Iron, Metallicize. I think I would rather have both of these. Do I need any of this? We have some strength. Enablers. Just a spot weakness though, right? Yeah, I think just a spot weakness. Well, again, yet at this point, we have only that as a strength enabler because we're still looking for that card that says like when you take damage, gain strength. I think I'll just skip it. And we will rest, of course. Thank you, Regal Pillow. Alright, going into the fight in a quite healthy manner. Is Apotheosis in there, potentially? That's beautiful. That's very nice. A Rampage might also be nice. Let's pop the defend, because it's for good measure, for letter opener. It didn't make a difference this time, but maybe in the future it will. I will double combust. A fat nut. Bloodletting doesn't activate our letter opener yet. So I will just try and kill this orb. Thought I had more energy. Did not. 14 damage at the cost of 2 HP to everyone. I want that bludgeon. I want that bludgeon back for sure. Spot weakness for the strength. Die. And then become vulnerable and also die. And we have our bludgeon back already. He's gonna heavily hit probably. 12 times 2 is okay. That's something I can bear. Try and get rid of some of his artifact. We're still quite healthy. We have our fairy in a bottle. This is actually going swimmingly. I will bludgeon. And I think I will probably rampage. And our kunai popped yet again, so our dexterity is through the roof. Which is what we will need, I think. Apply vulnerable. Block. 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 Do we want to bloodletting and wild strike? I think we don't. That's a big hit. That's quite a big hit, but we blocked a lot of it. Vulnerability first. Get your head out of your ass. Okay. I don't know if I dare to say it, but we have a deck on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. Reaper. Give energy at the start of your turn. Very nice. Very nice. Ooh. It's between Black Star and Slaver's Collar, I think. Did we need extra energy often? I don't think so. I don't think we were often in energy need, and we have a lot of cards that give us energy as well. I think Elite dropping us an extra relic is worth more, but it does mean that we will have to focus on the Elites right now in this floor. It does not necessarily mean that, but it does mean that I want to do that, because I want to get the most out of that. And I see 3 of them on the left path. There is a fire here, so I dare to take the risk. People might be screaming at me right now that I should not have done that, that I'm making a big mistake, but hey, it's my run. I will pop a weakness potion because I know that I'm getting another potion at the end of this fight. And I'm glad I still have this fairy in the bottle. I know it's taking up a potion slot, but I want to keep it here undoubtedly. Like, for sure. Do we want to defend here? I might, right? 14 I have already. And they're doing quite a lot more than 14. Double combust, please. Blood for blood, please. Strike right here. And strike right here yet again. And then now we need to focus our damage purely on the guy in the back. Spot weakness. Give it something good. That is something very good indeed. I will go for Seeing Red. We will never have energy problems. I don't need this. I don't need this as well. Definitely don't need that. So I think a boss from Act 1 is beautiful. Give me that. And give me this. Beautiful. Some nice vulnerability right from the start. We have a potion to deal 20 damage. Yeah, we should be fine here, I think. I know that none of this is upgraded yet, but I wanted to pop my kunai and I want to get the heal in now that I still can. Spot weakness, combust again. Where is my apotheosis? I really am desperately looking for it. Okay. Some people might be worried by that, but I'm not worried by it at all, because at least our dexterity is stacking up. Finally. You made me wait a little bit, but I'm not going to be mad about it. Let's apply some vulnerability and hope to deal enough damage this next turn to kill him. And I think the chances are actually quite high. Boom. Not the best fight, not the worst fight. Yes, that's beautiful. And I think I would rather have this than dealing 20 damage. And I don't think I necessarily need any of this. Doesn't really synergize with anything of my deck all that perfectly, so I will just skip it. Yes, please. I'm sure we'll be able to deal with these guys, especially if I get my apotheosis at the start right now, which is beautiful. And if it really is bad, we can use our smoke bomb. Bashing is probably going to be worth it. I hope so, at least. We need to kill these guys quickly because their strength is going to rise rapidly otherwise. Combust again. Gain the block. Blood for blood. Strike. I'm scared. I'm not dead, am I? No, I'm not, but it's getting quite close. We have the upgraded Reaper here, which is beautiful. It's going to heal us for 18. Let's see if this helps us out any further. It does not. That at least healed us a ton. Please just hit this guy once, is what I meant to say. But of course you don't. I'll tank this hit. 20. Become vulnerable for 11. Yeah, that has to be enough. We have to have enough damage right here. Alright. Took some nasty hits. Interesting. A block potion is not worth it. And I don't think any of this is worth it either. So we will just skip. We are missing like the main engine that I was looking for to really get this deck going. So if we don't... Yeah, do I? For 16? Well, like this, right? Wow, that was almost really stupid. And still this deck is giving our enemies quite a hard time for sure. So I'm satisfied with that. I'm glad that it's going this way. Also glad I didn't pop my combustion there, because I feel like we just popped our fairy in the bottle because of brutality. That's not what you want to see at all. At least we have a potion slot again now. I will go for a second Iron Weave. I think that's a beautiful card. And this guy, we just need to survive. I'll maybe... I was gonna say let my Reaper cycle through. But I think if I do that, I will just get beaten up drastically. So I think I would rather heal up a bit. He's still dealing 14, which is a nasty hit. 50 right now, we should be able to do more about that though. Bash, Wild Strike, and Body Slam for the Kunai activation. Proud of myself for doing that. That requires me to be awake a little bit at least. So maybe I'm waking up from doing this, which would maybe suck a little bit because I almost need to go to sleep after this run. Almost. Almost. Just focus on damaging him. Don't pop the combos. You don't need it right now. Beautiful. You don't need it, especially because you have one going already. Spot weakness. Bludgeon. And this. I think that was the right call. He's dealing 1 damage now. That's fine. I'm fine by that. And there we go. Skill potion. Could be big. Could also be very small. I'll go for some more AoE. We are fighting an AoE boss. This is not an AoE enemy in the slightest. Let's try and kill him. This does not pop anything for us like letter opener, so it's not worth just randomly playing it. Apply some vulnerability because I really want to be able to play this here and heal for 12 while also blocking the entirety of his hit. That's nice. I think I will go for the double combust right now. I will Iron Weave to gain some block and I will even pop another block. Yes, we will Bloodletting here in order to be able to pop everything. Pop all our attacks first to gain the largest amount of dexterity possible. 40. That's not a little amount. Is it worth playing Bloodletting? I think it is. Are we dead if we don't escape? Yes, we are. Do we want to try for a skill or do we want to try for a smoke bomb? Doubling my block to 18. Is that enough? That's enough to survive. Might be ballsy, but wow, okay. He is attacking with an even larger attack right now. We're not going to be able to block that ever, I think. Right? I don't think so. And we're probably also not going to be able to kill him, I would imagine. It's not even close, so we need to get out of here still. We wasted all of our HP. We wasted a potion. Life sucks. And we have another elite ahead of us. At least Regal Pillow gives us some health back. We have 2 more elites ahead of us. And our entire strategy is also dependent on me being able to actually clear out these elites because we gain 2 relics from them. Yeah, this is not great. I can tell you that much. Ow. We are so dead, aren't we? One health point. Brutality. I might retire the series.